How's it? Today is not Saturday, August 16th. It is not Big Saturday. That is my brother. But I am recording this after coming back to California from my short trip home. And yeah, this is just a recounting of what I did on Saturday. I ended up lifting with my brother, like my original gym partner. Probably the single person I would choose to lift with if I could choose anyone in the world. Um, yeah, I was not doing super well over the weekend. So Thursday night to Friday morning, I ended up not sleeping because got back home late from work, and then during the day, I had to like wash all my clothes and everything, and then as I was getting ready to pack during the day, my clothes were still a little bit wet, so I had to pack after work. So I ended up not sleeping. And what that meant was on Friday when I flew home, it's only like a 5 hour flight. Um, I fell asleep on the plane with my headphones on and sitting in the aisle seat, and like my neck just started hurting a tremendous amount. So when I got home, I was like two things were occurring. I was extremely exhausted from really not having good sleep, and then my my head was I had like the biggest headache in the world. It was like one of those like tension headaches, and I don't know if that's gonna be common moving forward, but like I feel it right now after getting off of my flight and coming back to California. And yeah, it was problematic because on Friday, like I couldn't really eat. I couldn't really drink any water. I was feeling so extremely nauseous to the point where like drinking water kind of caused me to like throw up. So on Friday, I ended up eating like peanut butter and jelly after about like 6 or 7 hours of battling this thing, and then like a bowl of rice, and that's all I had on Friday. Well, actually, after the flight, I got some poke. Well, my brother got me some poke. Thank you for that, Chris. um, and I was able to keep that down, and then when I got home, that's when things started getting really bad. So I elected to just eat what I thought what I would be able to keep down. You know, there was a bunch of family over for it's my niece's first birthday, right? So there's a ton of family from out of off island, and so there was just a lot of people around, and it was really great to see everybody. But like I just didn't feel like I was like healthy. Like I mean healthy in a general sense. Like not even talking about weightlifting. Like in the sense that like I felt like I was sick the whole time I was there, and that's not a good feeling to have. So kind of that might paint a picture of how Saturday went, right? Because Friday night to Saturday morning, this is Saturday. My lifts, I was just trying to get something decent for a set of one. Ideally, I would get 100. I told my brother I was gonna try 102 today, and it was kind of hard. It was actually very hard. I didn't even get 100. Little spoiler alert, but yeah. So that is as far as it went. I actually had to stop lifting at the end of the session because I felt that kind of tension kind of boiling up in my neck going into the base of my head. And so that was a little bit scary. And I started feeling a little bit nauseous on the drive back home. That 95 right there, that's the heaviest snatch I hit today. Or, well, I guess on Saturday. And then my brother actually wasn't able to do 95, unfortunately. He tries a bunch of times. My brother is actually way, way, way stronger than I am. He did like I don't know if you saw at the beginning of my video here. He did a set of 20 at 166, so like 365 pounds, and that is that's a lot. That is a crazy amount, right? So like he was completely gassed from everything, and like even when you're watching him lift, like his bar height is a lot higher than mine is. His speed is a lot higher than mine is. Positionally, I feel like I'm a little bit better than he is, but that is kind of been the case for the way that I lift compared to the way that he lifts. But yeah, after that, that Clark on the 100 moved into my clean and jerks. Um, I guess this is worth noting too. Like sitting on the flight for 5 hours doesn't feel good on my back. So like when I go to sleep on Friday night, wake up on Saturday morning, things are very stiff and very sore, and that's not gonna be a good time to try and lift very heavy. But I tried it anyway because sometimes you surprise yourself independent of how you feel. But yeah, clean jerks, I go up to 120. I told my brother I would try 125 because the goal was to hit like 100 and then 130, right? And so like if I am 5 kilos off on the snatch, then ideally it'd be at least five or at most 5 kilos off on the clean jerk, but that just wasn't the case. And this is the part where my brother just felt like he didn't have any like legs under him, and so he was just like, okay, yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna be lifting anymore. But yeah, here's my first clean jerk. I actually missed this jerk. Another thing that I was talking about to my auntie, actually, Auntie Paula. Hello, Auntie Paula and Uncle Paul. If you're watching this, it was great seeing you guys. But I was talking about getting to full extension for my cleans. And they do CrossFit, and so I was trying to explain to them what I mean by full extension. And if you actually slow this video down at 120, at extension, my hips are forward, but I have quite a bit of space left to extend my knees. And that is not a good place to be if I'm trying to get to full extension. That just means I didn't do it. It's a yes or no question, and the answer was no. So I'm actually very good at getting full extension on my snatches, but horrible on the clean and jerk. It's been a problem for the last few months, so I thought I would point it out again today, especially because it was pretty relevant over the weekend when I was trying to explain to them what I was talking about. But finished off with some pull-ups. I was gonna go for do 50 pull-ups in as little sets as possible, but after this set, I started feeling my neck started to get sore, and I was just like, uh-oh, this is not it. This is not what I want. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.